Hello, everyone. My name is Seth Houston. I am with MediSpend, and I want to thank you for taking 10 to 15 minutes out of your day to listen to this webcast where we are going to cover how to overcome some of the most common challenges associated with aggregate spend transparency reporting. Without further ado, let's go into the 6 most common challenges that we've heard in the marketplace over the last few years. The first one, and this is primarily for smaller emerging biotech or pre-commercial companies where they don't feel 100% confident that they truly understand what are the reporting obligations and requirements, not just in the US, but also for the states in the US and outside the US, for example, in countries such as France, Spain, FPA code, and AdvaMed if you're a medical device company. This is a challenge that many of the smaller companies face, need to overcome, because it's important that you understand what's reportable, what's not reportable, who are the covered recipients that need to be reported from, and which healthcare organizations are part of the report that needs to be submitted. The second challenge facing most companies is actually finding out where your transfers of value spend data resides. Most of the spend data or general spend data, say 60 to 70%, can likely be found in your expense management system from Concur or Expensify. But there is a lot of other transfers of value data that could reside in a clinical trial management system that could be potentially capturing research spend, your ERP system, contracting systems, and CRM. Understanding where your transfers of value data is extremely important so that you can build out and manage a very efficient transparency reporting program. It's also a challenge to actually aggregate that data, ingest that data into whatever system you're using today that's going to guide you through the report submission process. The third challenge is, well, once you get all this data into a system or a spreadsheet or other kind of portal, obviously bad data is going to lead to bad data being reported. You want to make sure that the data being aggregated is of high quality and is accurate. One of the best ways to do that is to leverage a customer master data. We will walk you through how to overcome some of that challenge. The fourth challenge, and this is primarily a challenge for smaller companies that are doing it manually or doing it through spreadsheets or don't have a lot of experience or reporting for the first time, or maybe even only the second or third time. Taking the data out, all of the data that needs to be reported from whatever system that's collecting it and managing it, and populating the appropriate template, whether it's the many templates that you need to report for CMS, state, or international templates, whether it's FPA or AdvaMed or various country laws. That could be time consuming, and that is a challenge that we will share how to overcome as well. The fifth area is, after you aggregate all this data from various third-party source systems that I mentioned earlier, such as Concur or CRM or ERP systems, a challenge is, how do you make sense of it? How do you glean insights from it so that your organization can make more informed business decisions and put you in a place that you're in a better position to more proactively monitor risk associated with spend activity? Making that data available can be time consuming, can be difficult, and we'll share with you a best practice on how to overcome that. And then the final challenge, and this varies across if you're a large pharmaceutical company or device company, all the way to an emerging biotech or even a dental supply company that needs to report. Do you have the service? Do you have the support? Do you have the staff that can help ensure an efficient transparency reporting progress? Some companies you may be outsourcing and you're not getting the service that you expected or the support that you expected. Maybe you have a homegrown in-house system and you're not getting the support from your IT or other stakeholders in your company to provide you the support you need and expect to submit a report on time. Or maybe it's simply you just don't have the staff. That is a big challenge, and we'll share with you ways to overcome that. So these are the 6 most common challenges associated with aggregate spend reporting. Now let's get into, well, how can we, MediSpend or in general, help you overcome these challenges? The first one is probably more of a challenge with smaller companies not having full confidence on what's reportable, who are the covered recipients we need to report on, what are the different spend thresholds, what are the regulations. We highly recommend that you develop a partnership either with your legal team within your company or you go outside. You can speak to a company called Hogan Lovells, King and Spalding. These are 2 very well respected global law firms that are constantly keeping their finger on the pulse, understand the regulatory changes across the globe. And these are 2 firms that we at MediSpend leverage at times as well. There's also various free websites at MediSpend. We offer a portal that's on our website called Legislative Watch. We update it 4 to 5 times per year. We get most of our information from Hogan Lovells, King and Spalding, and through other means. And our mission with Legislative Watch is to make sure that we provide the marketplace with the up-to-date information on what's reportable, what's not, the reporting requirements by jurisdiction. So feel free to leverage that website, leverage your law firm, or have somebody in your organization establish a relationship to get that information as well. Overcoming data aggregation ingestion is not that difficult. If you are a small company and you do not have a system, it's going to be challenging because it's going to be time consuming. So one of the areas that we recommend is maybe on an annual basis or biannual basis, perform a spend discovery internally. Identify, work with your IT team, your commercial teams, your clinical teams to understand where is potential transfers of value data sitting, what third-party source systems are capturing it. Once you know where they are, you can either do a couple of things. Build out an automation to collect that data automatically, or a way that you can perform an easy to do flat file upload. But the last thing you want to do is spend a lot of time doing manual entry. If you have a vendor that you're working with today, it's more likely that they have automated API integrations. We do here at MediSpend with Concur and Viva. We can automate your spend capture with any third-party source system. It's important that if you are working with a third party that they have that capability. If you are doing it in-house, work with your IT team to develop some kind of automated integration process. But we would also want to make sure that you understand where the spend is. And then once you understand where the spend is, to appropriately map that data coming from those third-party source systems into your data aggregate engine necessary to help you report. The third area is, well, as I mentioned earlier, bad data coming in equals bad data going out. We highly recommend that you partner with or license a third-party customer master database. There are companies out there that have very strong customer master databases that are updated on a weekly basis, such as Open Data, OneKey, and Definitive Healthcare. All 3 of them are very solid customer master data sources. The good news is your commercial team, sales and marketing, probably already has and is subscribing to one of those 3, if not a combination of those 3 different data sources. You want to make sure that that data is available to help validate your spend data that you're capturing from your third-party source systems. Highly recommend that. Or if you have if you're doing it internally, to have your IT team build some kind of a data validation engine. That's probably another time-consuming effort and costly. We at MediSpend are proud to say that we have a market-leading end-to-end transparency platform that consists of a data management platform that includes the ability to remediate bad quality data directly in the system. And it also comes with validating your spend data up against customer master data sources directly in the system. This will help automate the process, save you a lot of time. And the best part about it is once the data is validated, it will automatically populate the various spend reports or templates that you need to submit your report from. For example, in the US, CMS, various states, if you are part of FPIA or AdvaMed, various country laws, they all have individual different templates. We at MediSpend have all of those templates built into our platform. So once data is aggregated, then it's validated and corrected for accuracy purposes. The data automatically populates the appropriate spend template so that you can push the button and submit accurately and on time. The fifth area we mentioned was availability of all of the aggregated data. If you have all of this data, and one of the things that I would recommend is aggregate everything. Don't just aggregate what's reportable, aggregate everything, because you'd be surprised at the value of information that all of the data can provide your organization. Think about doing a search on which doctors were spending the most amount of money on what type of nature purposes, and doing trend analysis, looking at competitive activity. There's a tremendous amount of business intelligence that you can glean from this data. If you do not have a business intelligence tool or any kind of front-end analytical tool, highly recommend that you plug that data into it so that you can analyze it. We at MediSpend, part of our platform includes a business intelligence tool called Insights, and it allows you to look at all of your data. It's your data, you might as well take advantage of it and analyze it to make more informed decisions and put you in a position to more proactively monitor risk associated with your program. So those are the challenges. These are some of the ways to overcome it. Obviously, at MediSpend, we've been doing this for 10 years. We are a market leader in the space, and we do offer very flexible options depending on where you are in your transparency reporting journey. If you are an emerging company, have say 1 or 2 products, less than a couple of thousand transactions, don't have a lot of budget, maybe you want to look at a reporting as a service option. We'll handle the data, we'll check the box, we'll submit on your behalf and take this burden off of your shoulders at a very favorable price. If you are a larger company and you want a solution, a purpose-built solution to plug into your commercial ecosystem, we have the market-leading global end-to-end platform called Transparency Solution. We set that up. You get help desk support, you get client service support as well, and now you can run your transparency reporting program more efficiently, more effectively in-house. If you want all the bells and whistles of our transparency reporting platform, Transparency Solution, and you do not have the staff to handle all of the process or some of the processes, we can supply the platform and also provide you with the subject matter expertise and people to help augment the staff that you need to manage your transparency reporting program globally. We have very flexible options, and I just want to take the time to thank you very much for taking 10-15 minutes out of your day to learn more about how companies can help overcome your challenges and how MediSpend can help you overcome some of your transparency reporting challenges. If you have any questions or if you would like to contact me directly, there's my email address on the bottom and my phone number on the lower right-hand side. I want to thank you again for your time and hope to hear from you soon.